Let's add a React app to the monorepo. To add the React plugin to Nx, we'll run yarn add Nrwl React as a dev dependency. Now we can use the Nx CLI to generate a React app. In this command, generate is the command name, @narwhal/react is the plugin or collection name, and app is the schematic name. We'll call our app MySite, use plain CSS, and allow Nx to configure React Router for us. Now if you look in the apps folder, you'll see a MySite app and a MySite end-to-end folder for running end-to-end tests against the MySite app. The end-to-end tests are written in Cypress by default. The MySite folder contains some configuration files and the source code of our app. App.tsx contains some scaffolding to get you started on your React app. Now if you look in workspace.json, you'll notice an entry for MySite and MySite end-to-end. For each project, underneath Architect, is a list of the possible actions you can run on that project. For MySite, you can build, serve, lint, and test. For MySite end-to-end, you can run end-to-end and lint. Let's use Nx to serve the MySite app. And here's what that default site looks like. Now let's create a React library with the name UI header. You can see that there's now a library with the name UI header. We'll create a React component inside the UI header library called page title. Yes, we want to export it. And now let's see what that created. We have a page title.tsx file that contains our component, and the component is exported from the index.ts file where it can be referenced by other libraries or apps. Nx uses a lint rule to block other libraries or apps from accessing anything inside this library that is not explicitly exported in the index.ts file. In a large monorepo with many libraries and apps, it can be difficult to understand how they all relate to each other. That's where the nx dep graph command comes in handy. This dependency graph shows all the apps and libraries that are in our monorepo. As you can see, the end-to-end app depends on the MySite app, but the UI header library is not being used by anything. Let's use the page title component and see how the dependency graph changes. Inside of app.tsx, we'll import from the UI header library and get the page title component. Then we'll use the page title component and run that dependency graph again. When we only added a couple lines of code, Nx can tell that the MySite app now depends on the UI header library.